We had some wonderful evenings together, enjoyed wine and cheese and fine food. And yes, he tried to get amorous with me.
It all makes sense now.
Sometimes we can get takeout too.
Yeah, I understand.
And have our wine and our takeout.
Awesome! We made it to the tell-all. Well, sort of. This episode had the end of the cast stories and then part 1 of the tell-all. And this tell-all in total will be 3 parts. I actually feel like this season left me with a lot of unanswered questions, especially around the whole Debbie and Oussama storyline. And of course, Debbie makes her entrance into the tell-all.
Oh my gosh, I'm here.
She's looking more like Carol Baskin than ever. Did she intentionally wear a tiger print shirt too? And that was just her first outfit. She comes out later in this massive pink thing.
Miss Debbie is all about accessories, y'all.
It's a good thing that she has that ridiculous fan. She's got to be roasting in that coat. Debbie and Oussama are the first up, and everyone wants to know if they are still broken up. I'm glad that the answer is yes, they are not back together. That 43-year age gap scam relationship they had needed to stop. But it sounds like Oussama is still trying to communicate with her.
How many times did you try to call her?
Like thousands of times.
He does confirm that they broke up because she wanted to live in Morocco forever. I kind of wondered if he was going to backpedal on saying that he wanted a green card. But he still claims that she said that they would go to the US. She still says that she never said that, but he apparently plans to die on that hill.
I don't know if she's been smoking something or what's going on.
I also find it really funny that Johan over here says that Debbie should just do it and get him a green card.
Ella puede ayudarlo, que lo ayude. Es un pobre muchacho, quiere salir adelante.
Yes, Johan, we know that you are miserable with Danielle.
Tú nos respetas.
I'm not doing this anymore.
He tried to do the same thing as Oussama and ended up with Danielle permanently living in the Dominican Republic with him.
He's gonna have to learn to accept my life, and the easiest way for that to happen is for me to live it.
That sucks. Do you like poems, Johan? Maybe Debbie can get him a green card.
Oussama, were you really in love with Debbie?
Oussama says that he did love her, but doesn't anymore, and this sounds very over. So why is he trying to call Debbie over and over again? He says it's to make it clear that it's really over, but no one believes that.
Who makes phone calls to tell somebody it's over when they're not taking your calls?
Me, Oussama, can do this.
And I like how they keep Julian all mad and ready to attack backstage. He looks like he's about to enter WWE style and beat up Oussama.
Let's bring him out here.
I don't know what the hostility is all about though. The guy is not here and is on a screen.
You mess with somebody's mama. You don't do that.
You better watch out, Oussama. You're in his world now. He's gonna turn that screen off.
If someone give me a TV remote, turn it off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jen's into it though. Go out with Julian, Jen. You know Miss Debbie will approve of the age gap.
Debbie, has Oussama sent you a text saying I love you?
Yeah, and he doesn't. It's obvious, you know.
Oussama has to be still talking to Debbie for money. There is really nothing else she can offer since she isn't bringing him to the US.
Get a job.
No, I will not get a job because I'm a poet and I will die for my dream.
Sean asks if Oussama was initially attracted to Debbie, and that is a question I've been wondering about all season. And the answer actually surprises me.
We had some wonderful evenings together, enjoyed wine and cheese and fine food.
Remember how Debbie was talking about them getting wine and takeout earlier in the season?
Sometimes we can get takeout too.
Yeah, I understand.
And have our wine and our takeout.
So they did hook up, or Oussama tried to hook up with her.
And yes, he tried to get amorous with me.
Tried to get amorous?
That part is not really clear. But they seemed more friendly than anything else all season, so I was super surprised by this. They don't say anything else about it, but now I have even more questions. It seemed like Debbie was in the relationship for a friendship, but now I'm not so sure. Was wine and takeout just code for something else this whole time? And he still insists that she said she would take him to the US. But her explanation for why she didn't say she would get him a green card makes sense.
I said the immigration officer would look at the dates and laugh and throw our application in the trash.
I'm now thinking, though, that if she thought she could bring him over, she would have tried. I also think her family is involved enough in her life to keep her from doing anything too extreme. But it sounds like even they couldn't stop her from sending Oussama some money.
In over 4 years, maybe $2,000, $3,000, which is chump change.
She said it was things like groceries. I'm guessing she did plan to spend more when she got to Morocco, though. But she wasn't there for very long.
You have to live here and you can understand. I mean, like why I ask DB for money.
Oussama is banking on his paintings to make him money, and he will do nothing else. Only people that can understand this can buy his art. No one else.
I mean, I'm not selling underwears or something. I'm selling something valuable for me.
I mean, maybe his art needs an OnlyFans account. I'm sure Debbie would subscribe. He also says he's been trying to get Debbie back into a relationship. So he hasn't found anyone else to appreciate his art yet, so maybe she will be his only subscriber.
Because me and DB, we were like a poem.
Even though that this ended badly and she's not talking to him, I think she still seems to have some hope that this will somehow work out. But Oussama is not willing to do much to win her back.
Are you open to moving a mountain to get Debbie back?
No, I don't think so.
I'll be so curious what her next move is. Hopefully her dating another 24-year-old isn't it.
Big Ed has a poem for you. Roses are red, violets are blue. Subscribe to the Kiblz channel.
You're my best view.
Didn't you think Jen was kind of cute and nice? Do you think she kind of was like batting her eyes at you a little bit?
Well, technically, most of the world heard that. But if Jen wants to come back in another 90-day season, I don't think that will work out.
Well, you got my number. You can give it to her, okay?
Well, Jen, he doesn't want to ask you for your number himself. I'll say it for you. Hard pass. Debbie's story this season seems to be over. What do you think about some of the questions we had finally gotten answered? I really thought Debbie and Oussama's relationship was different at the beginning. Like they made a genuine connection and he really loved her.
I mean, we have to know each other so deeply.
But it ended up just being like all the other scam relationships we have seen.
My plan is to get visa, come with you, work here, because if I work there, I can make a lot of money.
I'm sure Gabe regrets saying this about Oussama before the tell-all started.
I feel like he's genuine.
He was getting money from her, and they were not just friendly companions. It all makes this seem way creepier than I originally thought.
And have our wine and our takeout.
Debbie was entertaining to watch this season. But if she's on another show again, like The Single Life, she should follow the other Debbie's storyline and date someone her own age. Get your wine and takeout with someone closer to 50 at least. On part 2 of the tell-all, I am the most excited about seeing Danielle get called out.
Danielle, I think that you emasculated Johan, and I think you carried his balls in your purse.
Oh my god, yes. Also, I'm trying to get a Chris and Jamie video out the same week as this video, so look out for that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!